Different way of racing there. It was kind of interesting. Obviously, got down towards the end and we were in pretty good position and got crashed, which is pretty typical Daytona for me. But overall, I thought we had a really good race car, and I think we learned a lot about the new Camry, and hopefully that'll help us here.
How did the track feel today? Is it aging every time now that you feel like you're coming here?
I mean, it looks like it has. Obviously, it's a lot lighter color. But yeah, it felt fine. It's really hard to tell here. Qualifying is kind of like just easy, wide open. So we'll definitely learn more tomorrow. But hopefully we'll see, some little, maybe more tire wear, little fall off on the long run, make handling cars, be able to work their way towards the front. That'd be a lot of fun. So we'll see how it works out.
If handling starts to come more into play, could we see the pack maybe starting to get broken up a little bit?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I think. It's going to have to fall off quite a bit, I think, to cause that to happen. But I think probably a lot of people on different agendas, guessing on the racetrack and not being here in a while. So there's potential for that. We'll see.
Is this a place where you need practice just the way it keeps aging and changing?
No, not at all.
Hey, is there some of the characteristics in the track? I know Alex Bowman said he thinks the toughest place is the entry of turn number 3, and then some people talked about a dip in the back straightaway. What are some of those like landmarks, quote unquote, where you're like, oh, watch out in this spot?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the one thing that hasn't changed here is turn 3 is the most difficult spot. It's the tightest corner on the racetrack, so you generally have the most speed into 3, and then it's the tightest corner, so it causes the most issues for sure.
So how good of a driver are you at saving fuel?
I think, from what they told me, we did good. I don't know. I'd say overall, I would say Toyota as a whole, we're probably off a little on fuel mileage. From what I gathered, we couldn't run as long as the other guys could, whether we were saving or not. So, but yeah, they said, I did fine. Just did what I thought was right, and it seemed to be okay.
Is there what kind of a role is that going to play this weekend? Obviously, there's a lot of talk about saving fuel last weekend and played a big role.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be the same here. Obviously, smaller racetrack, and we're not all going to be pitting under green here. We're going to try to avoid that because you'll get lapped. So a whole different strategy, I would imagine, this weekend.
You're an old school guy. Would you rather control the race behind the wheel rather than having to worry about fuel mileage? And
I hate fuel mileage racing. I've never liked it. I've lost a lot of races on fuel mileage in my career, never won one of them. So, maybe one time. We might have squeaked one out at Watkins Glen, but aside from that, fuel mileage has bit us a lot. So, not a big fan. Like to go race hard and give it all she's got.
In preparation for this race, was there much discussion about being a playoff race when you come back and what you need to learn for September?
Not really, no. That's a long way from now. So, we just have to build off of, what we learned last weekend, honestly, and what we did here the last couple of years. Try to be better than we've been, that's all.
What did you learn last weekend?
A lot about the car, especially things for qualifying. I think, we were obviously way off qualifying last weekend. We had some things that, we as a group needed to do differently and learn some stuff down there that helped us. So, I think, 12th right now. We were 27th in Daytona, so that's a good stat, and learned a lot about the way our cars raced and handled and things, so hopefully that'll play into our hands here and help us out a bit.
When the Fords have the advantage